Linda Black, the yoga coach. This routine that I have laid out for you today is for you runners and athletes, bikers, hikers. It's your after workout stretch routine. It's super important to keep your body flexible, just as important as keeping it strong and keeping your heart healthy is keeping your muscles flexible and bendable and movable. Okay, so there's several things that can tighten or can create tightness in our muscle. One of them is having tight fascia, and fascia is released and lubricated through a rolling action, which I'm not showing on this video. And the other one is just simply stretching after hard workouts. So when your muscle's warm, got a lot of oxygen in it, that's the best time to stretch. So this routine is to help you stretch after a long run. Here we go. I like to use blocks for when I've got really tight hamstrings. Blocks are going to be helpful. You're going to place them on either side. Take the right leg forward, left leg back. Come into a low lunge. The blocks help ease that transition from up above into hands on the floor, especially if you're really tight in the groin. You want to get a fair amount of space between the front heel and the back toe. And just hold here. And I like to move after a couple of breaths. Lift the hips and press into the front foot, lifting the hips high. So you're straightening and stretching out that back hamstring. Then bend again. Lift the chest. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lift the chest. And bring the back knee to the floor for a little deeper stretch through the hip flexor. Hands up on top of the blocks. Take the chest up. And then straighten the front leg. Runner stretch. This should definitely be familiar to you. If it's not, then start doing it all the time. When I trained for a marathon, I blew out my Achilles tendon and developed some Achilles tendonitis in there. The way I healed it was through stretching after every run. And I really had to be consistent about it. So if you want less injury and more running, definitely add stretching into your routine. So after that, you're going to pop the back knee up and just lift the back wall. Releasing the whole back, low back. And then I'm going to turn the feet to the front, come around to the other side. Take a low lunge. This also stretches the calf, so I'm pressing the heel back. Inhale, lifting the hips, straightening the front leg. Exhale, lift the chest. Press through the back heel. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lift the chest. Hold. Back knee to the floor. Straighten the front leg. Runner stretch. You can pop those blocks up, or if you've got, a curb or you're outside, just place the hand on the thigh. Once you get these moves down, you can do them anywhere. Oh, that one feels so good. I'm digging the heel in and pulling that hip back. And come back into a low lunge. Lift the knee, turn to the center. Blocks or no blocks, feet out. And take the hands wide on the knees. I'm going to drop one side of the shoulder and press that knee open. Ooh, really let your hips sink down in the hip socket. You open the inner groin and then switch sides. If you're new to this stretch, it's going to be, you might have a little narrower stance and you might be up a little bit further. eventually you'll sink right down and feel that twist. Wow, that feels super good. 5-mile run yesterday and I'm a little bit tight. This is the routine that I used after my 5-miler. Then you're going to bring your feet parallel, take a forward bend, hands to the block or floor, and allow your torso to come all the way forward and stretch. Head towards the floor, wrap the hands around the ankles and hold. Each stretch deserves at least 30 to 60 seconds, and then come back into goddess pose. Move side to side. Oh, that feels awesome. And then you're going to straighten up. And then come back into this low lunge again. Repeating. Twist. We're going to go a little deeper this time. So round 2, a little bit deeper. Back knee on the floor, and I'm going to bend the back knee, reach around, clasp the top of the foot. Keep the heel and the hip in the same plane. Right? It's important that you don't twist the foot or torque the knee. Keep it here, up on the hand or up on the block. Stretching the quad. I'm pulling the hip towards the heel and the heel towards the hip. For those of you who have already a pretty good stretch in the quad, you can come down a little deeper. And then turn and open up. You don't have to go that deep, but just take it at your own pace. And we're going to pop the back knee up, pull the back foot in. Again, use your blocks. Inhale, press the hand against the hamstring and give your hamstring some love from the hand all the way up. And then back down. I'm pressing the muscle against the bone to release any tension in the hamstring. Trust me, this feels super good to your hamstring. And then we'll go to the other side. On our way around, pause here and take a second forward fold. Inhale, bring it back up. Low lunge to the other side. And we'll take that twist that we forgot last time, that's okay. And then back knee to the floor. Bend the back knee. Reach all the way around, top of the foot. In a moment, I'll show you how to do this in a standing position. If this hurts your knee, we'll modify it. Okay, come down a little bit deeper if you like. Elbow to the floor, heel to the hip. Turn your left toes out and open the chest. Good, and release. Come back up, hips high, step your back foot in, square the hips off, and use your block. And give your hamstring some love. So push the hand into the hamstring. Breathe in, breathe out. In and out. Remember that we're going a little bit deeper as we cool down and get our heart rate back to normal. We're going a little bit deeper with each stretch. All right, then bring the torso forward, feet together. And as promised, that quad stretch, same thing can happen. Standing, you're just going to take the heel to the glute, drop the knee towards the floor, and then push the foot into the hand. Open up the chest, tuck the tailbone. So make sure you're not doing this. Pull it in. Second side. Good, same foot. We're going to stretch the hip, last one in the sequence. Cross the ankle over and sit right back. The key here is to keep the hips level and push back and wide. Hands on the shin for support. Pull the belly in. Good. Second side from the front. You're making a figure 4. You're going to bend at the hip, take the hips back, hands to the shin, and stretch right into that hip. That feels so yummy. So there you have it, a really simple 10-minute cool down stretch for the hips, hams, and thighs. Hips, hams, and thighs after your run. Be sure and give your muscles some love after you've created all of that energy in your running, especially if you're participating in a Ragnar like I did, or a marathon or a half marathon. Include this in your routine. And that's it for now. Namaste.